Hi everyone. Nice to say hi to Sharon and Greta and Sherry. Hi Liz Woods. Thank you for joining me. Yeah. And yeah, it's so lovely to see you all joining me. Yeah. So thank you. I was on with Sheila before, Sheila at Celtics Arrow. Try to catch up whenever I can. Someone was saying it was 40 degrees in Florida, which it's pretty cool. But 40 degrees over here is like 99 degrees in the US. So it's very hot because we use the Celsius system. And yeah. So as you can see, we've had a really hot day here today in Perth. I'm in my cool, roomy little dress. We cleaned out the air conditioning filters and stuff. Anyway, that we'd needed to do for a long time. The air conditioning was going every time we turn it on. So we cleaned the filters and cleaned it out. And now it's going. Anyway, when I had to hop off, my lovely friend Sheila was just going to do a reading on the Treasury. So I don't know what she said because I had to stop before I could, had to hop off before I could listen to what she was saying. So, hi, Kathy W. So I thought I'd do a reading on the Treasury as well. And yeah, I was just looking at the news tab, the news feed as well on the other screen. I've got two screens on this setup. And had a story that Boris Johnson has had another defeat, and in my mind, a very good defeat, and Boris Johnson being the UK's Prime Minister. The House of Lords have voted to protect the NHS and veto, and they've passed laws that will. They've passed a law that would ban any trade deal that undermined the NHS's ability to provide free services or control drug prices. The NHS being the National Health Service in the UK. This is just the latest in a string of defeats for Johnson, so that's going to be interesting. Trump officials have turned down an offer of more doses of Pfizer's vaccine. Under the current Pfizer order, the US government will get 100 million doses, which is only enough to vaccinate 50 million Americans. Pfizer has made commitments to others, but apparently they could get more. They were offered more. And yeah, plan to sign an executive order that would ensure that the United States government prioritizes getting the vaccine to American citizens before sending it to other nations. Well, guess what, buddy? Pfizer has make those decisions, not you. Anyway, I got a new deck, and it is the Women of Science Tarot, and it's got the Major Arcana deck, which shows some significant phases in history, but all of the minor arcana are all women who made notable scientific discoveries, including Hedy Lamarr, the actress from the 1940s who worked on radar technology, I think it was, or decoding technology. It's got Marie Curie, Merit Plath. It's got people from ancient China to Gabrielle du Châtelet, a mathematician and physicist. She was, I think, in the 18th century. Mary Anning, a fossil hunter, all sorts of aerospace entities, Mary Gold of Ross, all of these wonderful, wonderful women of science. the minute I saw it, I had no idea what the cards would look like, but I knew I had to get it. So, yeah. Hi, Michelle. Michelle, my belle. Hello. Yes, you changed your name from Michelle Mark. Okay. I love Michelle, my belle. Michelle, my belle. These are words that go together well. That's the Beatles song. Yeah. So that's great. So anyway, how about we get into it? I don't know what happens on my screens with the YouTube. Sometimes on my computer screen they go flash on and off green for a while, and then they settle down. It could just be the graphics card in this computer or something, but I have no trouble with StreamYard. So anyway, let's get into it. The Treasury, Mnuchin. Hi, Kathy W. So let's have a look at Mnuchin and the... Hello to everyone who's watching. You don't have to join the chat if you don't want to. That's fine. I'm just going to bring that up a bit so it's just stop. It's flashing in my screen, in my eyes, so it's annoying. So let's have a look at the state of the Treasury, what's going on at the Treasury, and then we'll look at Mnuchin. Oh, justice. This is interesting. Justice. This card flew out of the deck. Thank you, God's Thomas, truth and compassion to help gain insight. Clarity and objectivity into the question of the US Treasury Department. What sort of a state is it in? It is a state that looks like it might need some investigation. What's on the bottom? Greedy merchants. Greedy merchants. Trump's not the only rich person who's, you know, used things to get around tax laws and, you know, gotten around tax laws and all that too. He's probably one of the most dodgiest ones there is, probably the most dodgiest one. But there's a lot of other people who have done this, and I think there needs to be some overhaul. Welcome to all the people who have just joined. Ooh, ships coming in, chickens coming home to roost. Actions have consequences, and some of those consequences are going to be coming back. So there's been actions taking place within the Treasury under the Trump administration and under Mnuchin's rule that, yeah, there's going to be some consequences coming in on that. Ooh, being called forward and answering for their actions. There is definitely going to be some indictments here, which, along with the justice card, consequences for actions. This to me is a judge calling people forth to answer for their actions. Definitely. Sheila, Kathy W. Sheila does a lot of, almost every morning she does a video as well. So if you go and you know, go to Sheila Celtic Witch Tarot, you'll see it. I don't always have time to catch up with very many. She's one of the people I try to catch up with every couple of days and watch her videos. I don't like to watch, if I could, I'd watch all the other readers and stuff, but you don't want too much by way of, you know, contamination coming into your own sphere. So she's one of the few I'll watch on a regular basis. Yeah. So now what are we looking at? The Justice Department. So justice, the courts, definitely the courts. Definitely courts, people being charged, consequences being paid for actions, money going elsewhere. Queen of Cups. I immediately got Russia for this, and that hasn't changed. There's been some movement out of the Treasury, but or some links with Russia. It could be something to do with tax returns and things like that, but this nurturing, if we just go straight Queen of Cups, it's just nurturing. There's definitely instability, things taking place that are a bit dodgy. So, now here it is, a new journey for the Treasury Department. Hi, Marie Sutton. Oh, yeah. It's depending on where you are. I got stuff all sleep last night. It was hot, but also very tired and a little bit of pain, and didn't get a lot of sleep. And so I had a nap this afternoon and everything. With the heat, especially here in WA, we're like, I think we're 36 degrees, and some parts of Perth reached 40 degrees, so very hot. That's Celsius. So new starts at the Treasury Department. Now Janet Yellen, I think, is going to be put in charge of the Federal Reserve. Or what's she being put in charge of, guys? Who's the Treasury Secretary? Biden's pick for Treasury Secretary. So Maria, just close your eyes and relax and breathe. And if you're not off, don't stress about it. Don't worry about it. Page of Pentacles, there is going to be lots of news coming out about money, the use of money. Hi, everyone who's joined in the last few minutes and watching. We're looking at the Treasury. It's going to be news, so whistleblowers about things going on in the Treasury. Hi, Asantua. There's definitely going to have to be somebody's going to be standing there and defending their ground. I'll ask if that's Mnuchin in a bit. And definitely some losses. Definitely some losses. Now, this is the Treasury we're talking about. Some losses. It's going to be a bit of a rough road, a bit of a difficult time here. Of course, with the incoming administration, the Treasury is going to be going into calmer waters. That could see this calmer waters coming up. Calmer, you know, this is why I don't like to watch too many psychics. Is sometimes when I see the Queen of Cups, it's like, oh, immediately Russia type. And I get that sometimes, but You know, in this case, no, it's movement into a calmer time, a calmer period. But that's still going to, yeah, there's still movement towards it, but there's still going to be loss. There's still going to be people needing to defend themselves with the Seven of Wands. Six of Swords, movement into calmer waters. One more line. New wisdom agenda, the law, definitely the High Priestess coming in here. This is the new person who is, well, I think this is the new person who's going to be coming in, but she's got all of this. And hi, Linda Ingram. Welcome. Like I said, if I haven't said your name, it's just because I haven't seen it. You know, I might have been looking at something else and I've missed it, but I like to get through, you know. King of Pentacles. Fool's journey, losses, consequences for actions. A fool's journey. So Three of Wands, consequences for action. The Fool, a fool's journey, a new journey, possibly unprepared for the journey that's going to happen. Loss, King of Pentacles. Should have been stronger and more stable use of resources and stable leadership. But that's not what they got. The distribution of money. Okay, so people are going to be called forth because we've got the Queen of Swords, the whistleblowers about money. Now we've got this rough transition, this transition into calmer waters. But this could also represent the movement of money, and I think it probably does because on top of it is the Six of Pentacles, sharing money. Hi, Catherine Bush. Yeah, so that's really interesting. Yelling. Who's up for the Treasury? Janet Yellen, is it? Yeah, so hi, Debbie Fitzsimmons. Yeah, Treasury nomination. Yeah, to lead the Treasury Department. I thought it was her. Yeah, this is definitely Janet Yellen. She's combined these two. She's got her agenda set out already. And well by voting. Work on saving Medicare. Okay, I can look at that, at Medicare. She's going to stand her ground. And I tell you what, Biden's going to be fully justified putting her in there. Saving Medicare. I also want to have a look at how difficult the Senate's going to be with confirming people. So will there be faithless electors? Just December 14. Faithless electors. Will Joe get all 306 votes? Okay, I'll look at that too. Asantwa. Let me. So, Mnuchin. What's going to happen with Mnuchin? So, there's definitely going to be some stuff coming out, and Janet Yellen is going to be stellar at her job, but there will be stuff coming out, and people will be paying consequences for that, and paying the consequences for that. And I think there will be indictments coming out of that. Hi, Christine Thomas. Hi, everyone who's joined just in the last little bit. Thank you for the thumbs up. So let's have a look at what is in store for Steve Mnuchin. Look what came flying out. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, guides. King of Swords definitely going to have to face justice. What's on the bottom? Oh, group deals, some dirty money. Definitely something's going to come out. Definitely something's going to come out about some deals he's been making or has made. Ooh, end of one journey, start of another for him. So what's his challenge? He's challenged to avoid judgment, to avoid court, basically. I do not see Trump pardoning him. I don't. The base of this reading, plans dominate the plans that he's making plans for his future, or he's trying to. Okay, this could be the group work to talking to people about his future. His past actions leading up to where he is. He is definitely going to have to stand his ground and defend himself from his past actions. Hanging over this, the King of Wands. Who's this? Spirit, who's this? This is Trump. This is Trump trying to renew, get another term as president, and he's hanging over it, hanging over the whole thing. This is Trump still seeing himself and still hoping that he can cheat his way into a second term, and his efforts to do so. It could also be Trump trying to fill his coffers for a presidential run for 2024. Trump's hanging over, and Trump's actions are hanging over all this. Trump's tax returns. In his immediate future, Steve Mnuchin has some unseen problems ahead, and some things are going to come to light, and he's got no idea that they're coming to light. So, yeah, he can't see that. They're going to come to light, but he's going to be really, really surprised when they do. This is unseen problems for him. We're reading on Mnuchin if you've just joined. In Mnuchin's environment, he's going to be looking at an offer he doesn't want, And he's also pretty tired. He just wants to get it over with already, but Trump doesn't allow that to happen. He never lets things like that happen. What do people see with Mnuchin? They see someone who is a real greedy gut. Wasn't he with a financial institution, Greenberg's or something like that? You know, investment company or something like that. They see someone who's just a greedy money merchant. Okay, what are his hopes and fears? He's hoping to be able to make deals. Linda G. The gorgeous Linda G. This is, to her, it's the Archangel Michael, and he's there judging the lovers. So he's hoping to avoid judgment about the relationships he's formed and the deals he made. But that's his hopes. But he fears he's not going to be able to. So what are his outcomes? Well, he's going to be embattled. Now, this is Steve Mnuchin. He's going to be embattled. The Fool. Now, this doesn't have, or it shouldn't have reversals. Obviously, I put the decks in the wrong way, the cards back in the deck the wrong way around, because this is the second one that was in the previous reading that came out reversed. So I'll just have to correct them as I come across them. He's definitely going to be on a new journey, starting something new. It's going to be surprising news for him, emotional news. Might not like where this journey leads him. Isolation leads him into isolation. Going to give him a lot of time for self-reflection. A lot of time for self-reflection. So, yeah, will Mnuchin go to jail? I'll ask a simple, will Mnuchin go to jail? Hi, Uncle Dan. I haven't seen you here before. Welcome. If you are new here and you're a Trump fan, I try to maintain objectivity, but we're not really pro-Trump. Okay. Temperance, 3 of Wands. He's definitely going to be tempered down. He's definitely going to end up in court. Consequences of his actions. Remember in the previous reading on just the general state of the Treasury, I said these two, the 3 of Wands, consequences for actions, and next to it was Queen of Swords, being called forth to answer for your actions. It's Queen of Cups, that's Yellen. We've got Temperance. Yeah, here's this deal he doesn't want. They could offer him a plea deal, communications. Here's the Fool again. Ooh, definitely a change for him, not necessarily a good one. Hi, Annie, yes. And 2 of Swords, critical decisions. He might be offered a deal to avoid jail. That doesn't mean he's not going to get some form of sentence. But if he wants to avoid jail, he better start talking. Hi, Linda B. Welcome to new people who've just joined us. So So I've done the Treasury and I've done Mnuchin's future, which is, he might not end up in jail, but he's definitely going to be having a bit of a rough time of it. Okay, so Goldman Sachs, that's the one. Foreclosures on home. He's also a movie producer. Movie producer. Yep. Uncle Dan, where are you? Where are you tuning in from? Annie, yes, you're in New York, aren't you? Captain W's in Kansas City, Missouri. No. So, let's have a look. So I've done the Treasury. NHS, this latest defeat. What's it going to do for Johnson? Oh, you love the elephants. Thank you. I got them. No, I bought these elephants, this lovely thing in Mumbai last year on a trip, on a cruise. You're in Spokane in the state of Washington. Yeah. That's a university town, isn't it? So, Johnson, what's happening with Boris Johnson? They've got Brexit is supposed to have finished at the end of this month, the new year. You know, they're out of the Union, out of the European Union as of January 1st. So, yeah, let's have a look at because Johnson just got defeated when the House of Lords passed a law that he didn't want passed, but it to help protect the NHS or the National Health Service over there. Hi, Flora. Boris Johnson. Oh, sorry about that, guys. Just I didn't get a lot of sleep last night, so putting the heat on. I've got the aircon on. I get actually, Uncle Dan, I get lots and lots of comments about the elephant thing. Yeah, so it's lovely. It's a great backdrop. I was going to be moving things around in here today, but it was just too hot. So I'm not very crafty. Okay, Boris Johnson. What's going on with Boris Johnson at the moment? Oh, he's trying to get away with something. He's trying to strategy. He's trying to strategize. Get as much sorted as he can before the new year, when the UK is officially out of the European Union. I get momentum, things are moving so fast. In fact, things are maybe possibly moving a bit too fast for him. Hi, Robin. So I think maybe my mum, sometimes to me this can be a cautionary tale card as well, is that if you don't hang on tight and have the control you need to have over whatever situation you're in a particular situation, things could just get too fast for you and you could lose control. Things could get out of control. Hang on a moment. So I had a fan on as well because the aircon's around the corner, but yeah, it's just getting too cold. Never happy. So I get the idea. The feeling I'm getting is that things are out of control. He's feeling that things are getting a bit out of his control, and he's having trouble holding on to the control of things, which, considering that this NHS defeat is just the latest in a string of defeats, I can understand why he might feel that he's losing control of things. What's his challenge? This is Boris Johnson in the UK. The Ace of Wands. His challenge is to come up with new ideas and new strategies. Remember, we got the strategies card, but he really would like to just slink away and, grab his bat and ball and go home. This can also be the card of strategy. So he's just tired of having to do all the strategizing. This can be the thief card, but it's also the card of strategy. Boris may not be everybody's favorite person. He may be a bit of a Trump sycophant, but I don't think he's really a thief. So this is more the strategizing. He just wants to be able to stop and go home. And his challenge is to come up with new energy for the government. He wanted the job, he probably wanted the most, and he got it. Now, his actions from the past is because of stuff from the past, he's finding it difficult to balance things at the moment. He's having a bit of a hard time and getting people to see what he wants them to see. Okay, that's a bit. Oh no, that's at the base. That's at the base. Sorry. So at the base of this reading is he's getting having trouble getting people to see things his way. His past actions, there's something going to come out about some action from the past, and not much he can do about stopping it. So there's going to be some news come out about action from the past. Overriding this, heartbreak, more heartbreak, betrayal, but also, I don't have reversals in the deck, but I'm also looking at perspective and context. So there's something about this also telling me that heartbreak, it's been a heartbreaking year, having to deal with all these things as well. But this can also represent, in the reverse meaning, time to let go and start healing. So perhaps it could be time to him to let go of some of the things he's been trying to push through and bully people into doing. And he has been a bully. He's shut down Parliament. Yeah, definitely. It might be time for him to let go and possibly even walk away, because in his immediate future, he's got this fella, the devil. So there's definitely something, pay the devil his due. Could also be a repetition of things that he needs, you know, the things repeating again. Yeah, things repeating again. The devil can be the repetition of bad self-sabotaging behaviors. He can suffer quite a bit from foot-in-mouth disease. So perhaps some of those behaviors are coming out a bit of self-sabotage happening. He's not doing himself any favors with some of the things he's doing and the way he's behaving. So, and that's going to come back and bite him on the butt, I think, in the near future. Did Boris Johnson get COVID? Yes, he did. He got it earlier in the year, and apparently it did leave him with quite a few problems afterwards. In his immediate environment, details. He's so focused. He's not paying any attention to what's going on around him. He's got stuff to learn, but he's refusing to look and learn. All of these are exactly the same, but there's a mistake. It's tying back to this. He's refusing to learn from past mistakes. He's doing the same thing over and over and over and over again. He's not learning from his previous efforts. And this is in his environment. Whitby, you should be in bed, Bubba boy. What do people see? They see someone who's Oxford educated, college merchants, you know, went to Eton and all that sort of old chap, and just more interested in the wealthy than the poor and stuff like that. They see someone who's not a leader for all people, but a leader for the privileged. What are his hopes and fears? Queen of Wands. Now, this I do feel is the Queen, Queen Elizabeth II. Hey, Whippy. He might even be fearing that he might have to go and call an early election because he just can't resolve things. Dissolve Parliament. Go and talk. See the Queen. Tell him he's got to dissolve Parliament and call an election. That's what he fears. He hopes he doesn't have to, but he fears it might. So things are pretty bad. Whitby! He makes that noise because hubby is in the middle room, which is his modelling room, and it's got a vent in there for his he's got a spray booth in there that's vented, and Whippy can hear noises when he's working in there, and he loves his dad and he wants to go in. Does the doggy need a cuddle? He just wants a bit of attention. That's all. He can see the light and he can hear James, and he wants James's attention. So, yeah. Anyway, so Boris Johnson's hopes and fears is he hopes he doesn't have to go to the Queen and dissolve Parliament and call an election, but he fears he might have to because he can't get anything done. If you're new to my channel, I got a candle here called Embracing the Chaos. It's white lily and lace scented, and everyone, people who are familiar with my channel know that anything can happen. And if you don't want to embrace a little bit of chaos while watching my channel, then yeah. Is that you, Bub? James? Was that you? Yeah. Okay, Whitby's been crying. He wants some attention. And yeah, so what's the outcomes for Boris Johnson? Upwelling of emotion, and possibly because these aren't necessarily the best cards, blocked ideas, just blocked, you know, emotionally blocked. Yeah. He might be able to get through this. He might be able to get through this. But I think maybe this is the family card. I think maybe he's, for the moment, soon going to put things aside and concentrate on Christmas and just, I think he's hoping to be able to get through Christmas. Ooh. Ooh, not good. 5 of Swords. Okay, the 5 of Swords. The end justifies the means. A cautionary tale of being so determined to get something pushed through that you push people away. You might get your victory, but at the cost of respect from others, at the cost of friends. There's definitely a change coming up for him. Might not necessarily in the end be a bad change. But yeah. Don't be surprised if, I wouldn't be surprised if in the new year or between Christmas and the new year, that he might call an election, go and see the Queen and call an election, and even steps down. Or he might step down. If he doesn't call an election, he might step down. He might step down rather than be forced to call an election, I think. Yeah. I think he's probably only going to be there 2 to 3 more months. So that is Boris Johnson in the UK. What have we got there? Saving Medicare. Will Biden be able to save Medicare? Let's have a look. Might get out another deck. Might use my new deck. Those of you who joined, I got a new deck today. It's the Women of Science Tarot. All the minor arcana feature a woman of science from many different time frames back to China, hundreds of years ago in China, or even thousands of years, Greece, all those sorts of things, up to the 20th century. So Egyptian. So, yeah, I'm really keen to look at this. So will the Queen of Swords, Annie Easley, mathematician and computer scientist. I think she worked at NASA. I'm not sure. Is she one of the hidden figures? featured in that movie, Annie Easley. She flew out, so that's the Queen of Swords. So was she one of the women featured in Hidden Figures? Anyway, will Biden be able to save Medicare? Okay, Four of Wands. Homecoming and minor celebration. This is Alice Augusta Ball, who was a chemist. The book that comes with this also has keywords written in it, but it also has the story of each of these ladies. So I'm really looking forward to reading through the book more. Hi, Ewart. So, minor celebrations, minor talks, homecomings, home. Four of Wands. This is like celebration after minor victory. So, or plans have worked. So this is what's on the bottom of the deck. Okay. So this is a good sign. Okay, Mariam Muzaki, she is the Page of Cups. She's a mathematician. This is a very emotional issue. Biden's aware of how emotional it is. Medicare, people being able to get treatment, anyone being able to get treatment. And I think the question also that was asked is, would they lower the age to 60? I'll have a look at that a bit later. So Medicare is only for people over a certain age in the US at the moment. It's the Medicare we have here, you get it from, you know, hatch to dispatch, basically. Is it hatches, matches, and dispatches? Okay, the 10 of Pentacles. A legacy. Now, this is his challenge is finding long-standing traditions and held beliefs, and probably the Republican Party as well. Normally, the Ten of Cups is the Republican Party for me, but I feel in this case, the 10 of Pentacles. I'm surprised that it was the 10 of Cups that ended up being the Republican Party for me and not the 10 of Pentacles. But then the 10 of Cups in traditional Rider-Waite decks has the rainbow, which is an illusion of a happy family. And since I've been reading, the Republicans have not been that. They've been an illusion of what they used to be. Why was Rebecca Jones arrested today? What's at the base of this reading? Maria Kirsch, astronomer. 7 of Swords. A lot of confusion around the issue. There's been a lot of gaslighting and confusion and, yeah, too many different things that have to be done. Too many choices and decisions that you've got to make when you're applying and stuff. Usually 62, 65, yeah. The past leading up to, here's Marie Curie. She is the King of Cups. This is Biden. So Biden, the past leading up to the present, Biden will be looking at it. This is the King of Cups. This is Biden. Yes, he will be looking at Medicare. Okay, definitely. Above the top of this is the 7 of Pentacles. Oh, yes, there's definitely there's definitely plans going on to assess Medicare as it is. This is Marie Thorpe. She is an oceanographic cartographer. So basically, she makes maps of the ocean floor and ocean currents. And actually, I have read an article on her. Really amazing, some of the work she did, especially during the 50s, late 40s and 50s. I think she mentioned she was really up there in the forefront of mapping ocean floors. So yeah. A lot of these people, of course, I don't know really much about them, but she's one I do know a little bit about. Okay, immediate future. So yes, they are going to, Biden is going to be there. He is going to be assessing it. He is going to try and get rid of some of the stuff that's so confusing about it. Okay, immediate future for Medicare, the Empress. There are an abundance of in the immediate future. Well, I assume that this is a major arcana, so it's a little bit further. So I say after Biden takes, and we are looking at the Biden administration. So there is going to be an abundance of things to look at and to change, and there's going to be more. You're going to find out more and how they can make it better. I think this will be to the betterment of. It will be better, and they are going to make some changes relatively quickly, which will really improve things and help and nurturing, of course, with the Empress. But I think there's still going to be a lot of other areas they have to look at. You can't reform a whole system overnight. In the environment, High Priestess, it is definitely on the agenda. They are definitely looking at things that need to be done. The traditional High Priestess has the pomegranate, which is represented here as well, which in the corner here, which of course it represents death and all that. And we are looking at Medicare, people's health. So there's definitely, they've definitely got the right people chosen to look at this. Hi, Gmail 5. People see the start of a new journey. I love this. Look at this. Right back to us first crawling out of the oceans or whatever we were supposed to have done. This is gorgeous. People see, and they are looking for the start of a new journey, a new world. Yeah, maybe even a whole reboot of the system. Hopes and fears with Medicare. Okay, they're hoping that they will be able to see every problem clearly, but that they will have routed out every problem that needs to be looked at with the current system of Medicare in the US. But they do fear that there will be problems they just cannot see. So that's pretty clear, that one. Hopes and okay, the outcomes for the new administration looking at Medicare. Marie Maynard Daly, she's the biochemist, and this is the Queen of Wands. And this is a very wise person, very intuitive person, very compassionate person, and a very strong leader. So this is the person, not necessarily a woman, it could be a man, but whoever it is has all of those representations. And it's interesting, biochemist, there might even be someone with a background in biochemistry who gets in there, but or has some knowledge of it. Now here's one. Taputi, an ancient chemist and perfume maker from Egypt. And she's the Ace of Wands. There is going to be new energy and new ideas coming in and revamping the system. Okay? The Hangman. There will be a bit of a pause because they have to change people's perception of a lot of things about Medicare. So here's the Hanged Man. This is, I think this is Schrodinger's cat. If you haven't heard of Schrodinger's cat, the cat is alive or dead. They're both alive and dead at the same time. And this is Schrodinger's cat. So the cat's in this box and it's basically suspended, in suspended animation, I suppose you could call it. Hence the Hangman. So they've got Schrodinger's cat as the Hangman. I love this deck. Absolutely love it. And the last one, Mildred Dresselhaus, a physicist and electrical engineer from the 50s, 40s, 50s, or maybe even the 30s. This is the Nine of Cups. Good. Nine of Cups, good. There will be a lot of happiness coming out of what they do with Medicare. So it looks like it's going to be good news for Medicare, but it is going to take a while because, you know, from the immediate start to in the environment, what people see, hopes and fears, and one of the outcomes is all major arcana. So that means that all these changes and good things that will come out of it, of the Biden administration handling and revamping of Medicare, it's going to take a while. It's not going to be overnight, so you have to be patient. Okay? Love this deck. Absolutely love it. Putting Schrodinger's cat in the Hangman. People new to watching me, I do have a background in the natural sciences. My undergrad degree is in geomorphology. Thank you, Catherine. Which, of course, is how the Earth is affected how the surface of the Earth is affected by wind, water, and basically erosion. How it's shaped, how people shape it, all that sort of thing. And I am also a GIS. Geographical. I've got a master's in geospatial science, which is looking at things on location on Earth, whether they're anthropological or geological or whatever, and creating maps and doing remote sensing and things like that. So I am a spatial scientist. So the minute I saw the deck on Amazon, I had to get it, and I just love it. It's brilliant. So that was my look at Medicare, revamping of Medicare overall. Will they lower the age to 60? Will they lower the what's it called? The age of eligibility to 60. Uncle Dan, on Sunday, I think it was Sunday's reading, wasn't it? Guys, I did a reading on the planetary alignment, or the Bethlehem Star of Bethlehem, the planetary alignment of Jupiter and Saturn. So if you go and watch that, that was first cab of the reg on Sunday. Hi, J Cat Lady, how you going? Did I say thank you, Catherine Bush? Thank you very much. It's much appreciated. So will they lower the eligibility age for Medicare to 60? Page of Cups, surprising emotional use, which is a yes. King of Cups, that's also a yes. That's Biden. Four of Cups. There's some people who don't, so that's a no. There are some people who really don't want to see that happen. So there might be some people not happy with that happening. Two of Pentacles, manipulation, a deal, manifestation, talking to people, trying to get them to see this way, making deals. This is Alice Wilson, a geologist. Maria Gopper-Mayer is a theoretical physicist. The Chariot, which is a big yes. Momentum towards that, but again, that's a longer term card. Jim Bartik, a programmer, and that is the Seven of Cups. So that's a maybe. So there's going to be quite a lot of discussion and maybe quite a lot of confusion about it before a decision is made. Sister Miriam Stimson, who was a chemist. And that is the Six of Wands. So that is victory. Dear victory. Maria Sibylla Marian, a naturalist and illustrator. She was from quite a couple of centuries ago by the looks of it. And that is the King of Pentacles. So they've got to be looking at resources, have the resources to support lowering the age of eligibility and all that. That's going to have to be looked at and discussed. Bertha Parker, the three of Bertha Parker is an archaeologist, and the Three of Pentacles. So this is the King of Pentacles, this is the Three of Pentacles. I think, yes, they will eventually, but it's going to take a bit of time. But there is the momentum there to get it, to make it happen, but it is going to take a bit of time, but it will eventually happen. I can't say when, but. Whitby, bedtime, Bubba. Hop on your bed. Somebody's walking around next door. Remember, he was crying for at the window before. This is different. This is next door, the dogs or something. So he's going over there and telling them who's the boss. Yeah, we have a Medicare levy in our taxes. We pay a Medicare levy. If you have private insurance, you still pay a levy, but it's less than if you don't have private insurance. I don't know if it applies to ancillary. We have private ancillary insurance, but we don't have hospital cover. So, but if you have hospital cover, at least you don't pay as high a levy. And the levy you pay every year depends on your age, on how much you earn and things like that. So, and if you have insurance or not. So it accommodates insurance, but everyone in Australia gets free medical health care. And subsidised drugs. So, yeah. Hi, Estelle Harrison. Hi, Joe G. Hi, Michael Dowell. And so you don't have to apologise for being late, guys. I'm just going to have a little drink because my throat's a bit dry. So I'll put these new cards away now. Love them. Absolutely great. Now, what's going to happen December 14th? Will Joe Biden get all 306 votes? It's going to be interesting. Whitby, hop on your bed, Bubba boy. So, will Joe Biden get all of the 306 electoral college votes that he has won on December 14th? Okay, 10 of Wands. Now, the burden is, it's a bit of a burdensome thing, but the burden of tradition is that, and the burden of what they've been told, that they've been told they have to go with the popular vote. Okay? But it's also been this burden of Trump trying to, noble things. 6 of Cups. Back to tradition. Back to tradition. So this is a yes card, but it also indicates a step back into a time past where traditionally they vote with the popular vote. Back to tradition. 7 of Swords. Trump is going to try and steal some of those electoral college votes. 4 of Pentacles in an effort to hang on to power. We always knew that was going to happen. Ace of Cups, overflowing emotions, new relationships, new starts. These are gorgeous cards. They really are beautiful. Biden's passed over 8 million votes ahead of Trump now. All of those 306 electoral college votes, well, all of the states have certified it. That's a no. That's no. 4 of Swords. Maybe. So, yeah, he's going to try. Trump's going to try and steal some and force Biden to, but it's not going to work. Trump is going to have to retire, but he's still trying to hang in there. 9 of Cups, that's a yes. Yes, maybe yes. Princess of Cups, emotional news, that's a yes. Three of Pentacles, group work. That's a yes. Yeah, he is. Five of Swords. Trump is going to try and steal it, but no, it's not going to work. Biden will get all 306, at least according to the cards I've got here. Let's hope I'm right on that one. Yeah, he has been trying to get the legislators to do that. He called in the legislators from Michigan who are Republicans, and they basically sent him off with a flea in his ear and said, no, that's not going to happen. I don't think Trump's going to be very popular in Georgia either. The state legislators. The lieutenant governor of Georgia is worried that Trump's continued bitching and moaning and holding his rally is going to lead to the state legislature bringing in more restrictive voting practices. Let's have a look and see if that's what will happen in Georgia. Baba Vanga. Obama would be the last American president. I don't know who Baba Vanga is. Okay. Well, Georgia legislators bring in more restrictive voting practices because of Trump's allegations and bitching. Two of Swords. It's possible. Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, they like being in power there. They like, winning this. But it is a Republican state, and they like being in power. They don't want to be replaced by Democrats. Yes. Four of Wands. King of Pentacles. That's a yes. Resources. Delegating resources to different districts and all that. That's a no. That's a betrayal. Five of Swords, abuse of power. The Moon is three, a no. The Moon, hidden problems, things coming to light. 10 of Cups, Republican Party. Yeah, they might actually try to do that. A Tower. But I've got maybe 4 yeses and 4 nos. So it's a tipping point as to whether or not they'll be able to do it. I think they might come up with some unforeseen problems, and if they do succeed in doing it, it's going to really fall back on them in a big way. They'll regret it. That's exactly it. So here's the thing. Apparently, split ticket voting was pretty prevalent in Georgia. So Georgians turned against Donald Trump as president. Georgian Republicans, a lot of them. If they can do that for Donald Trump because of the abuse of power, that also means that they could do that against the state legislature in any upcoming elections. So, yeah, they'll want to be careful about trying to do that. It's a toss-up, I think, as to whether they will succeed in doing that or not. But I think if they do, it's really, really going to be catastrophic for the party in Georgia. Okay. I've got anything else written down here? Okay, anybody? I'm good to take a couple more questions. So, anyone got a couple of questions? Go look at the welcome to people who've just joined and are watching. Thank you for joining me and everyone else. I really appreciate seeing you names and of course the old names as well, and people joining in and watching. So I really appreciate that. I'm just looking at the headlines. I've just asked if people have any questions that they want me to ask. The Scotch egg thing in England is so funny. If you don't know what a Scotch egg is, it's basically a boiled egg that's then wrapped in sausage mince, and then coated in breadcrumbs, and then it's fried. It sounds like the most disgusting thing in the world to me, actually. But the thing is, well, in parts of the country where they're at a certain level of restriction, it's like you can have a drink if you have a substantial meal. And people are saying, well, we'll have a Scotch egg. And now there's this thing going around and people asking the politicians, does a Scotch egg constitute a substantial meal? And one of them's going, well, 2 Scotch eggs is a starter, if you ask me. And then after like 3 interviews, the same guy came out and said, yes, it can be a substantial meal. Yeah, I mean, I used to think they'd be good to try, but I'm getting more and more, as the older I get, I'm getting more and more turned off anything that's fried. So, yeah. Oh, I wanted to ask, will the Republicans cause trouble with Biden's nominations? Biden nominees. Hi, Eunice Ruffin. How are you? I'll have a look at DeSantis. Yeah, definitely. But first I'll ask this question. Republicans in the Senate are going to have caused trouble for Trump's nominee, for Biden's nominees. Oh yeah. No, that's a no. It's a no, but then they are going to try and cause trouble, abuse their position. No, deals, manipulations, talking to people. The Chariot, yes. So we've got a maybe and a yes. The Lovers is a yes. Yeah, they're going to try. They're definitely going to try. 8 of Cups. There's some that they might try to force to abandon their Four of Wands, minor victory. They might have a couple of minor victories. Eight of Pentacles. There's somebody saying, no, someone shouldn't be made communications director or something because she sent mean tweets. Duh. I mean, honestly, how do you roll your eyes? And the Two of Cups. Yeah. Yes, some of them are. But you know what? I think most of them will get through pretty successfully. I think it depends when they start trying to put them through too. I know you want them in place for the start, and the Senate confirmation hearings can take time. So, yeah. Just got to make sure. Oh, Biden. Well, Biden's pick of, okay. I'm going to look at Ron DeSantis now. What's in the future for Ron DeSantis? What's going to happen with Ron DeSantis? Have they come out with who Biden's going to nominate for the AG, or do you reckon that's the biggie that they're going to leave for last, that Secretary of State? Will Georgia turn all blue? Okay, I can ask that too. Hang on a minute. I'll write down DeSantis and Georgia all blue eventually. So will Georgia turn all blue in the future, or will it turn blue in the future? I'll have a look at that too after DeSantis. Yeah, I think they're going to keep that one till last. Ron DeSantis, Governor Ron DeSantis. Oh, he's got a lot of stuff coming at him. Let's have a look at what's on the bottom of the deck. He's got a lot of stuff coming at him, hey? What's on the bottom of the deck for him? Six of Cups. Possibility of memories and things from his past coming to bite him on the butt. Whitby, go lie down, Bubba boy. Oh, he's challenged at the moment. He got some stuff. Anxiety, nightmare. I think this is possibly how he's not handling COVID in his state. That's a real challenge for him. At the base of this reading, the world. Things are changing. And he's refusing to change with them. This is changes that are happening, and he's not changing with them. And at the base of this reading, it is ending of one journey, beginning of another. Things are changing, and he's not going to move with them. Doesn't want to. Sparse actions. What's going to happen? New energy, new investigations, possibly new ideas. I think this might be new energy, but who from? Who from, I wonder. What's over this? Oh, something is going to come out about DeSantis. The truth is going to come out. Did he? New energy. Did he cheat in 2018 when he beat, who was the candidate from 2018? The mayor of the former mayor of Pensacola. Something's going to come out. Past actions are going to lead to new energy in the state, but the truth's going to come out. 5 of Wands, conflict. Look at the colours in these cards. They're just gorgeous. Gillum, Andrew Gillum. Yeah, that's right. Will Biden's AG pick get through? AG pick get through. I'll have a look at that too. Hi, Carmen. You don't ever have to apologise for being late. Okay, everyone has lives and stuff, and you know, I'm always happy if people can join me. Always. You know, I understand that that's not always possible, so it's just yeah. So definitely conflict coming up for him. What's in his environment? 3 of Wands. Ships coming in. Actions have consequences. This is in his environment. What people see? Someone who with an agenda that is not necessarily a good one, who is keeping secrets, someone who has secrets. They see the High Priestess here, someone who has secrets. I did a reading on Ivanka a few days ago. I can do a quick yes-no on her as well. Okay, his hopes and fears. Oh, he's going to have to make a critical decision, or there's going to be a critical decision made. He hopes it's going to come out in his favour, but he fears it's not. Blind justice in this case. What are the outcomes for DeSantis? Oh, that's not looking good for him. Not looking good for him, but in the background there's a new dawning. So, Florida was one of those states where they used machines, wasn't it? 2 of Cups. Partnerships coming out. News about partnerships coming out. King of Swords. Investigations. Princess of Cups. Emotional news, not necessarily good news. Let's have a look. Will it be proved? Will it come out that DeSantis cheated in the 2018 election and stole the election from Gillum? Biden can put someone in as an acting person, but someone for the actual permanent position, or you know, to actually be the head, they need the Senate confirmation. Page of Pentacles. News about money. That's yes. 3 of Cups. Yes. 7 of Pentacles. Maybe being assessed. King of Cups. That's a yes. Judgment. Queen of Swords. Oh yeah, it could come out that he stole that election. Being called for. 6 of Swords, maybe. Movement away. Temperance. Being tempered. Big tower for DeSantis. Okay. Will Georgia turn all blue in the future? Let's have a look. Will Georgia turn blue in the future? Will Georgia turn blue in the future? Oh, there's definitely going to be a change. Might take a while. Change of perspective with voters within the state. Yep, that's a maybe. Yeah, balancing act. It's going to become more and more of a finer balancing act. Queen of Cups. That's a yes. Three of Cups. Yes. Consequences. Actions have consequences. Votes are going to come in. Yes. The wish card. Yes. Yes. Eventually, Georgia's going to turn blue. It was blue at some stage, I think, wasn't it? But it was a long, long time ago. So a step back to the past. Tenepid, but it's going to require a lot of hard work. Okay, so yeah, eventually it'll turn blue again. But it's going to take a lot of hard work. 2022 is the next gubernatorial election in Florida. Yeah. Republicans in Florida are going to be shit scared to do anything to say boo with Trump living down there amongst them. Georgia was blue in 1992. Yeah. Okay. Keep putting the cards back in upside down. Yeah. Okay. Biden's pick of AG, will they get confirmed by the Senate? How many do they need to get confirmation? Do they only need 51, or is that something that the Republicans said they only needed? For an appointment to get Senate confirmation, do they only need 51 votes, or do they need more, like 60 or something, or 67? Well, hi Deborah Costro. That's a good sign. That's a yes. Yes. Page of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles. Might be a bit of a slog for some of them. That's a yes. But Trump's also going to try and interfere with that as well. That's a no. That's a no. So it's going to be a bit of a slog. And I'm looking at the AG here. Four of Wands, yes. 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 Maybe. Yeah. No, they I think they will get through. But it's going to be hard work, a bit of a slog. 52, hey? 51. They changed it from 60. Oh, no, didn't they use something that was called a nuclear option? You can bet your bugs that they'll say a nuclear option can't be used here for this, blah, 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 blah. Will the Senate remove the nuclear option for Biden's appointees? That's a yes. Maybe. No. Maybe. Yes. Yeah. No. No. Yeah, they're certainly going to try and say, no, it's going to have to be 6 days. Yeah, not really. Waterfront lot, hey? Well, Florida, one good hurricane could erode quite a bit of land on the waterfront, couldn't it? Okay, going to go in about 15 minutes. People say something will happen to cause Mitch and Lindsay to leave. Yeah, I've been getting those in my readings too, Asantala, that they're not going to last very long. Mitch McConnell, I'll have a look at Mitch McConnell. remember, if you want a reading, you can go to the community page. You'll see my email, footprinttarot@gmail.com. You can email me. I'm working on my website, and you know, just learning about those things, putting it together. Okay, Senator Ron Johnson. Okay, I'll read on Ron Johnson. What's going on with Ron Johnson? Is he in a bit of trouble, is he? Thank you, Linda B. Okay, Mitch MCConnell, what's happening with him? He's getting some very disappointing news. I'm just going to do not going to do a cross or anything. He still thinks he's sitting pretty, and he still thinks he can handle it, and that, what is it, Linda G says, the bird of paradise is sitting on his shoulder and he'll be able to outride it. Ooh, walking away. Voluntarily walking away. Ooh, slinking away. That's two slinking away cards. But taking some funds with him. The courts. Oh, he's definitely in some trouble. Call forth an answer for your actions. Mitch MCConnell is definitely in some trouble. He's stranglehold on the Republican Party is in jeopardy. Oh boy, is he ever in trouble? He's gonna have to go. Yeah, tipping point is a tipping point coming up for him, and it's not going to be good. He's in deep doo-doo. Well, islands can be washed away as well. Alexandra Bellina, thank you very much. That is lovely. Thank you so much for that support. I do appreciate it. Thank you. Oh, thank you, GMA5. Thank you so much for that lovely comment, GMA5. Yeah, there's a bit of a family history on my mum's side with reading. My brother used to read the cards quite a long time ago. My mum has read the cards occasionally. Yeah, there's a bit of a family history there with that, and it's always something that's been in the background with me that I finally realised that, yeah, this is something that, you know, is, it kept coming back at me, not the cards themselves, but then I decided, yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna buy a deck and see what happens, and it just went from there. And thank you so much for the compliment. Hi, Kathy Daly. Welcome. Yeah, I've been reading for a couple of years now and stuff. 2, 3. Oh, but yeah, there is some family history there. The odd flash. I'm intuitive. I read the energy of the cards, and the energy of the cards point to certain things in the future. Yeah, that's great. Never any guarantees that you're going to get good. It's lovely to have new followers. Thank you, Kathy. And sometimes I'll just cards, and it'll be just like this. Sometimes it's a little bit more thought has to go into it, and you think it means something first off, and then as more cards come out, you realize that first initial impression of one of the cards, my house actually has changed. Yeah, it's a wonderful thing. And when I first started doing it, my husband was like, you're a scientist. How, you know, you're a critical thinker. How, it's just this. And I'm like, there's a lot of critical thinking with this. It's not all just instinct. There's critical thinking and reading of situations and reading what comes into your mind. And when I was doing, I've got 2 master's degrees, and when I was doing the first one, I was sitting down and I was trying to figure this thing out, what I needed to do, and suddenly it just all came out. Like I just met James there, and I was working on my thesis for this, and all of a sudden this whole flow chart came out, and I came up with a basis of a flow chart for energy rating system for house energy ratings, in which you can rate the efficiency of houses energy wise. This was for a hybrid house, which is a house that works on a combination of, it could be work if it was entirely naturally ventilated, or be used on a hybrid house, which has some areas air conditioned, but other areas only have natural ventilation. And it all just came trump. And so I've had quite a few times in my life when that's happened. It's like this download of stuff just comes out, and you work on it and you work on it. And I had to continue to work on this. And, you know, so you get this download and then you start working on it more. And yeah, so intuitive, I see words pass through my mind. Sometimes I have a flash of an image across my eyes. Sometimes it's a word. Very rarely is it people. It's usually words or something. I don't hear things, but yeah. So it's an interesting, once I decided, look, I really should open myself up to this. It's been a really fascinating few years, and something I really want to continue on with and help people with, which is why, after a lot of people saying, please start reading cards and start and do it more often, and my friends who I would occasionally read for saying, no, you really should be doing this, you know, that I decided a couple of months ago to, yep. And I've had so much encouragement from my subscribers and people on the chat, and without you guys, I don't know if I would have eventually found it within myself to do it. So I owe where I am with this, a lot of it, to you guys for your endless support and wonderful comments. So yeah, so thank you, all of you. Now, let's get on to Senator Ron Johnson. What's dropped out of the deck? The Emperor, the rule of law. He's in a pickle. Hey, Joji. Well, if you'd like to send me an email, your email address, I can send you some hints, or if you have any questions, you can write them down and I can see if I can help you. But of course, if you're doing it on your own, there's lots and lots of places you can go and look. And if you're using an architect, certainly talk to your architect about it. But yeah, if you'd like to know more about doing that, you can always email me and ask some questions. Summoned to Russia. on Independence Day. Ah, okay. 2 cards dropped out. He feels, oh, there's Biden. There's Biden. Biden's got an eye on him. He feels he's sitting pretty. These are just dropping out. The rule of law, Biden, sitting pretty. Are you so pretty, Ron Johnson? Sharing, paid for sharing. Ooh, those guys went over and those guys had some conversations they should not have had. Not just Johnson, all 8 of them. Support. Biden is going to be supported in whatever action. It's Dr. Ace of Pentacles, Office of Money, Russian money, investigations, speedy investigations. Oh, yeah, there's the investigation card, the prosecutor card. It's interesting. The Queen of Cups to me is the judge. The King of, the Queen of Swords is the judge. The King of Swords is the prosecutor. So this is the prosecutor card. Things will be coming to light. He's in a bit of doo-doo. Biden, celebration, support. Assessment, money, High Priestess, secret agendas and secrets coming out. Details, apprenticeships. They were so focused on getting what they want, they didn't really think about what was going to happen in the future. It's interesting. I was looking at Biden, and then below here, the 3 of Cups. It went through my mind that there's going to be 3 Republicans have to leave. And I think Jim Jordan could be one of them. 3 Republican senators, probably McConnell and Graham are going to be the other 2. So that will be interesting to see. Hi, Helena Harrison. Yeah, I do think there's going to be 3 Republican senators who will have to leave, who will have to resign. Now, my understanding is if a senator dies in office, and then the governor for that state appoints somebody of the same party usually to take their place. But if they resign, there's then a special election. Is that correct? Thank you, J Cat Lady. That's lovely. I'm just gonna have another drink. My throat's a bit dry, and I'm such a delicate lady. I drink from the bottle. Now, I don't know if with the special election, if the Democrats would win all 3 of these, but I do feel that they'll win at least 1, if not 2. If 3 Republican senators have to resign and there are special elections, Democrats will win 1 or 2. Don't know about all 3. What about the Goonies? Matt Gaetz, Jim Jordan. Yeah, he is a Dem, yes. But I think he would have to assign a Republican to the seat because the Republican one. Oh no! Well, if McConnell resigned, then there'd be a special election. If he dropped, which we don't want to wish that on anything. And if you are new, I do have two two requests that I ask people to follow. One is that you don't wish death on anyone. I mean, there's some outrageous suggestions, but don't seriously suggest that sort of thing on anyone. And also, please don't make comments on anybody who is under the age of 18. It doesn't matter who they are, how famous they are or stuff, because I won't read on people who are under 18. So yeah, so it doesn't matter who they are. To empower the governor to appoint a replacement to complete their term or to hold office until a special election. Yeah. So it doesn't have to be a member of the same party. It's just what generally a courtesy or stuff that it is someone of the same party. Yeah. Thank you very much for that information, Alexandra Bellino. It's very nice to, you know. Okay. They can put who they want in until the special election. Yep. Okay. Okay, thank you very much. Joji, thank you for the information you gave me as well. That's really interesting. Any more? I'll go on for a little bit longer because I'm really enjoying it. Any other questions? Abby McGrath, yeah. Okay. Okay, will Russ Feingold, former Democratic senator from Wisconsin, return to the Senate? Okay. Guys of the highest truth and compassion, thank you for find clarity inside of the object. The answer to this question. Reader's choice. Thank you, Alexander. Queen of Cups. That's a yes. That's a good card. Judgment. Yeah. I feel like it would be justified. It would be a judgment upon Johnson if he did have to leave or got booted out. And yes, senators can be expelled. 7 senators has been expelled since or was it 11? No, I think 11 have been expelled since the United States was the Empress. There's an abundance of possibilities. These 2 major arcana, they're good ones too. Knight of Cups, an offer. He would be offered the position, yes. He's the sort who would go in and fight for people. He's in office for the right reasons, because he wants to go in and he wants to fight for the people of his state. The seat was stolen from him in the first place. There was some cheating there. Entertainment purposes only. YouTube you'll see with all of my lives, there's always a disclaimer. It would be, even if it was, and even if it went, when it went to a special election, I think he would still win. Might cause a bit of argy-bargy, fighting, conflict, debate. It would be lots of debate about it. Yeah, it was stolen from him. It was stolen from him. Definitely. Here it is, the abuse of power card. Theft, abuse of power. It was stolen from him in the first place. He should be there. Ron Johnson should not. Look at this. This is a good card for him to have on the bottom, asking that question. Time will tell. Time will tell. Okay. Have I read on Sally Yates for the AG? Yes, I did a couple of weeks ago, Alexandra. Not sure what the date was, but you should go back about 2-3 weeks ago. I did do a reading on her. I did a reading on her. Who was the other person? Merrick Garland and Sally Yates. And not only if they, you know, how they would be as AG, and they both got very good readings, but I do think Sally Yates might be the person. And then I think I did another one not long ago as well on Sally Yates, and it came out that, yes, it was a very good chance she will be the AG. Do you know Australia has no right-wing groups on our terrorism list, which is ridiculous because some of the things that these guys like to do. Let's do a check-in on Rudy Giuliani. We do hope that he recovers from the virus. Gonna have a tea party at Santua. Oh, Scott Walker. Every time I saw him on the telly, he's the guy in Florida who beat the Democratic guy for the Senate. He like, oh, he just icky. Okay, let's see. How is Rudy Giuliani going? We do hope he recovers. He's really embattled. He's not doing too good. They have everything they need to pull him through this, but a very anxious time, very, very anxious, sleepless nights, not doing well at all. I feel this should be reversed, like wasted effort, wasted resources. Pretty critical. He's not doing very well. Oh, no. No. That's really a bad. He's really in confinement, but confined within his body too. Rest, retirement. This is the moon. There are hidden problems with Giuliani. Things that, but it could be some light there. Got the miracle here, the miracle worker, but I feel like that should be reversed. He is getting lots of support and offers of help, like, you know, all the stuff that Trump got given. Quickness, movement, momentum forward. The emperor. This is Trump. Trump's throwing everything he can at him. He's got a lot of swords here. The last chord is 7 of theft, loss, 7 of swords. He's going to have a hard time. There's still, even though there have been a lot of improvements in treatment, there are still a lot of people who, if they don't die and get through it, they're basically, to put it bluntly, foobarred for the rest of their life, effed up beyond all recognition for the rest of their life. I feel this is what's going to happen with Giuliani. If he recovers from this, he's going to be foobarred for the rest of his life. Yeah, but there's a big if he recovers from this. There was no death card or anything, but there was, or the devil card. So I think he's going to have a really, really, really tough time of it. And checking in on him, there could also be, there's no investigation cards, but this confinement could, and anxiousness could also be about legal. It probably has, this is the rule of law too. So he's probably got a lot of legal issues coming up if he does recover. He does pull through this, because he's got all the resources he needs to pull through it. But there's some hidden problems, unexpected problems. He's got support, offers, money, deals. So he's got, it's not just his health he's got to worry about. He's got a lot of legal problems coming up, but he's really embattled at the moment with his health. If he does pull through this, and we all hope and pray that he does, physically he's foobarred for the rest of his life, and then he's got to face a lot of legal things. He's got like seven of swords. He's got the offer of money. He's got the 4 of swords. He's got anxiety, the rule of law, some support for that, but confinement, the magician, resources, everything he needs, but lots and lots of papers, letters, communication, hidden problems, critical decisions, and embattlement. He's not in for a good time, either with his health and or with his legal things. So, yeah. They did do it for themselves. I have no particular sympathy about the people who do the wrong thing and go out and get it. Yes, there's people who do all the right things and still end up getting it. Sympathy for them. You can only do so much. And if you've done everything you can to do it right and you get it, yeah. But if you've just been flouting things and, you know, spouting and flouting and being silly and doing stupid things, well, no sympathy. But of course, you want them to recover, but you don't have much sympathy for their families, maybe. Okay, guys, look, I'm going to wrap it up now. I will do a very quick oracle card reading to see what message Spirit has for us, for everyone. I'm just looking at all the decks. Gorgeous deck. Oh, Sharon M, thank you so much. Thank you for the support, and hello. It's lovely to see your name here. I'm very flattered that you think I'm good at this. Thank you so much. Of work, you know. So this is the Enchanted Blossoms deck by Carla Morrow. Beautiful. It combines blossoms with little baby dragons and everything. Thank you so much. So I'm going to see what message Spirit has for us. So yeah. Yeah, so people who are new to watching this, I will do my intuitive impression from the card first, and then I'll go and have a look at the book and see. Sometimes what's in the book is completely opposite to what I get. But let's see. Okay. Cards of the highest truth and compassion. Thank you for helping me gain clarity and insight and objectivity into the questions posed this evening. I ask with thanks for any messages that you may have for people. The Spirit, from Spirit. Guys, any messages from Spirit. Okay. Tell us, come on, Spirit, tell us something good. Alexandra Bellina, you are an absolute hoot, which is a good thing. Okay. Passion, strength, and affection. Passion, the bougainvillea. You know, when I was young, one of my favourite things to read was the play My Three Angels. I can't remember who wrote it, but it was the first time I saw the word bougainvillea written down, and I'd known what bougainvillea was for years because I grew up in North Queensland, but I could not figure out what this word was. So bougainvillea, passion. Be passionate in your beliefs and be strong in those. Okay? Strength. This is fennel and the black swallowtail. The butterflies. Oh yeah, it's a mix of butterfly dragons. So it's the Octavius sword tail on the passion card. It's butterfly dragons. So they're butterflies, but they're in the forms of dragons. Gorgeous cards. The black swallowtail butterfly dragon and strength. You are strong. Believe in the strength that you have. Okay? Thank you, Deborah. Believe in your own strength and don't let anybody try and undermine that. Affection. This is the rose and the Revidence blue butterfly. Beautiful. These are gorgeous cards. I absolutely love them. Affection. We're coming up to the holiday time, And especially, we're so fortunate here that we are able to get together with, hi, Tara. I'm coming to an end at the moment, but thank you for joining. That yeah, I'm still on for a few more minutes. There, even if you can't get together with somebody in person, show that you can still show your affection for them. Assure them that they're still in your thoughts. Make sure they know that they're still in your thoughts, and that you still love them and they still hold a special place in your heart. Some people might be feeling isolated from everybody, and extend a little bit of that to people, like family members you might not normally think of, or you haven't thought of in a while. I mean, you know, all of my family is over east, so it can be a bit isolating sometimes. So yeah, extend your affection to them too. Let's have a look what the book says. So for me, my message to you is hang on to your passion and your beliefs. Hang on to your strength and don't let anyone undermine it. And just know that remember those who hold a place in your heart. They might be gone, they might still be alive. Reach out to them. If you can't be with them in person, at least reach out to them. Email, phone call, text. There are ways to do this, okay? And even sending energy, and send that energy out to all your relatives. You can do a blanket, all of my relatives. Thank you, Michelle, my belle. Thank you very much. That I really appreciate that. So now we'll see what the book says. Passion. What are your greatest passions, and how can you incorporate them into your life? Our passions drive and direct most of our experiences. We pursue our fascinations in our hobbies, purchases, and actions. In our decision-making, passion is often in the driver's seat. This card is urging you to kick your passion into high gear. Define and make plans and explore and engage with your aspirations as often as possible, even when others tell you it's silly. Hang on to that passion. Don't let others take it away from you. Your passions are your own and no one else's. Don't let others take them away from you. Strength. So that was passion. And anyone who's interested, this Carla Morrow, Enchanted Blossoms, okay, by Blue Angel Publishing. Absolutely gorgeous deck. Strength, strength. In what ways am I strong? How can I tap into my strength and use it willfully in my life? Find your strengths within you, okay? Strength appears as a firm reminder that you have a deep well of fortitude within. There is power in knowing who you are and what you do well. Dig deep and find a solid base from where to anchor yourself and muster the might, endurance, and confidence to do what must be done. If you can't find it within, seek a friend or a fellow tribe member to help you. Sometimes we need to lean on others, but in vulnerability, we can find the seeds of strength we never knew you had. Okay? It can take a lot of strength to show your vulnerability to others. Showing that you are vulnerable does not mean you're weak. It means you are strong. You are strong enough to help, to reach out to others and seek that support. Okay? There's nothing wrong with seeking others. And affection. Who do I know has great affection for me, and how does it make me feel? Think about those you feel great warmth towards. This could be family, friends, or anyone in your life you feel affection for. Is there a friend you haven't heard from in a while, or a family member who could use a quick phone call? Take a moment to reflect on someone you feel genuine and sincere fondness toward and reach out to them. Let them know how you feel. We get so caught up in our daily lives that we often lose contact with people who matter to us. Be the one to instigate the reunion. Get in touch with those you adore and be ready to receive affection in return. There we go. That's the messages from Spirit today. Hi, Linda Thompson. I don't know if you've been watching or not, but I'm wrapping it up. But thank you so much for joining. It doesn't matter how late you join. It's always lovely to see someone joining. It doesn't matter if it's a few minutes from the end or whatever. And yeah, it's always lovely to see. Oh, thank you. Yeah. So I will be back on Thursday morning. I'll be scheduling a Thursday morning my time. I will look at the US federal budget then. Okay, so I'll write that down now to look at Thursday. 8th and 10th of the 12th, US federal budget. Okay. When I start, I will, give you a few minutes. If you've got any questions to throw at me at the start, I'll get some questions from you then, and as well have a bit of a list for me. Anyway, until then, thank you for the people who donated tonight. I'm humbled and honoured, and appreciate it so greatly that especially that you believe in me so much. So thank you again. Stay safe, stay strong, stay loving. I love you all, and I will see you next time. Okay, bye bye.